Hi everyone! This morning we received a report from a longtime friend of the Bigfoot Evidence blog. This gentleman and his wife are recreational Bigfoot researchers, and since they didn't physically see their camp visitor, they don't want to say that it was definitely a Bigfoot sighting, but a lot of signs point to it being a possibility. They said their main reason for sharing is because it involves Sean evidence in a small way. A couple of nights ago, on July 4th, out in the Crystal Basin Recreation Area in Tahoe National Forest, they had a thief come into their base camp. The couple had been out there since Monday in a secluded camping spot with nothing happening except the typical deer and squirrel sightings. They had a dinner of mama noodles seasoned up the same way that Sean Evidence does it: lime, cilantro, green onions, sriracha, MSG, fish sauce, and dried shrimp. It's a fragrant soup that can best be described as Laotian ramen noodles. After they were done eating, they went to bed early because they were heading home the next morning. They had dumped the leftover broth from the mama by a tree a few yards away and put away the dirty bowls in a tote in the back of their pickup truck. Somewhere around midnight, they heard heavy shuffling footsteps in the direction of where they had dumped the broth. The husband told Sean that he thought they were done for. He thought a large hungry bear had come into camp, and he was terrified to stick his head out of his tent. He said he didn't want to look like a Freddy Krueger victim from a paw swipe. Those were his words, not mine. After a brief period, they heard the animal move towards the pickup truck, and it started moving things around. He said it was quiet. The amount of noise it was making rummaging in the back of the pickup wouldn't have been enough to wake most people up. After a short period, the heavy footsteps moved off and the rest of the night was uneventful, but he said they didn't sleep again. Once daylight came, they investigated the area. Their camping spot had a good layer of pine needles, so they couldn't make out any footprints. The spot where they poured their broth was a little disturbed looking, but that was it. What led them to think it may have been a Bigfoot was that the needles around the bed of the truck were undisturbed. A bear getting up onto their hind legs tends to shuffle their feet a lot. Also, the contents of their truck were mostly as they had left them. Their tote was open, but the only thing missing was the small bag of dried shrimp they had left over. We wanted to share this report with you because it's interesting how Sean's culture has bumped up again to a possible Bigfoot encounter. Is it possible that smells from Lao and other ethnic foods are different enough from what is cooked at a hunter's camp that Bigfoot doesn't associate it with being attacked? Maybe there is something attractive about the umami flavor and the contrasting scents that come with these types of foods that Bigfoot can't resist. Thanks for listening to Squatchable's Reports from the Inbox. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and click on the bell to get alerts when we post new videos. Also, later tonight, join me on live chat here on YouTube to talk about this report. I'd love to hear about any other ethnic foods that were present during other Bigfoot sightings, and I'll talk to you soon!